You gonna play with one? Look, oh my god, it's so adorable. Hell yeah, dude. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Planet Zoo, the newest game from the people over at Frontier. Thank you for providing a copy for me. I appreciate it. I was a huge fan of Zoo Tycoon growing up, always trying to make the coolest and biggest zoos to make as much money as possible, and then, of course, unleashing lions onto the people, which is probably a terrible idea, but it was always fun to do that. And went ahead and did an hour-long or so tutorial to learn as much about the game as I can. You have to be very specific on what the animal's needs and wants are to make sure that they remain happy in order to make you as much money as possible. And you also get inspected, so if you're doing things wrong, you can get shut down. This is the beta of Planet Zoo. It includes 30 different animals, and we're going to go ahead and try to create our own zoo from scratch. I don't know how well we're going to do. And we're restricted to grassland in Asia for now, which is fine. And let's go ahead and name it the YouTuber Zoo and go ahead and create that. And here's my beautiful plot of land that is my zoo. We can build rather large. I think the perimeters go very far out here, so you can see you can get crazy with how big your zoo is. My ultimate goal is to make as much money as humanly possible off of my zoo. That way I can have the coolest creatures as quickly as possible. To start, we need to create certain huts and whatnot because the game requires you to. There's quarantine centers, research centers, places for your little workers to head back to relax and stuff. You got to make sure your workers are happy just as much as you got to make sure the animals are happy just as much as you got to make sure that the people coming into your zoo are also happy. There's a lot going on. Here's all the worker facilities all up and running. And we have one more worker facility, which is a keeper hut, but you actually want to keep the keeper huts near where you're storing the animals. So ultimately, the first step now is to buy an animal. I don't really know what animal we're going to be able to buy. We go into our trade center here and we open up the habitat trading. We have some nice African buffalo. And of course, we can go to the market and see what else is for sale. Elephants, wild dogs. Looks like a lot of wild dogs. Elephants, though, that's crazy. I'm down to get some elephants, but it's going to cost us a good amount of money to get them. So this is a special currency that you actually earn by releasing animals into the wild, selling animals in the marketplace, sending your avatar to visit other zoos, logging in daily, etc., etc. So it's a different way to purchase these more kind of crazy animals. So we're going to obviously just start by the two African buffaloes that we already have and try to create a habitat that they like. Of course, we need glass surrounding it for our visitors to be able to see in. And then what we also need to do is create a nice little door in order to actually have workers come in and out. On top of that, we also have to make sure that we have power leading to these different places. I'm going to rotate this to get our path onto it. There we go. And that should power everything going on right here. Not sure if we need water treatment yet. I doubt it. So that's all powered. And then what we'll do is we have one more facility that needs to go up and running, a small keeper hut. And that small keeper hut will make sure to be the one maintaining this structure here. So in order to figure out what they like and what they need, it's easiest to just drop the animal right in, which is always scary because they could just get pissed off. There we go. He's scheduled delivery. And there is now a scheduled delivery for both of them. And if we go ahead and press play instead of having it paused, one of our employees will grab a couple of boxes, which will then transport over our cute little buffalo. And I forgot to actually hire people. We're going to hire a keeper. There we go. And then we are also going to hire a caretaker because somebody needs to take care of the habitat, of course. And of course, we'll just go ahead and get a mechanic. We'll go ahead and get security and just kind of hire one of everybody. We don't need a vendor yet because we don't have vendors. And go ahead and hire a veterinarian and start now. Boom, boom, boom. They're all here. And now these guys are going to do their job and transfer the buffalo into their cage, hopefully. Let's see if they do. Come on, buddy. You could also rename them. You know what we can go ahead and do? Go ahead and leave a comment of some names. Most upvoted comment names, we will name some people, either after the person commenting or what you want me to name them. Oh my god, that was loud. So we're going to pause before these things go insane because it's going to go insane. Obviously, it's hungry and it needs like a whole bunch of different things, specific plants and specific coverage based on the biome that they live in. And it's going to need more adult population to be happy. But to start, we'll just fix the terrain. It wants more grass. It wants more short grass. It wants less long long grass, and it wants more soil. So it's got to be kind of in this white zone in order to make it happy. A little bit of soil on the outside. And you can see the percentages slowly changing as time goes on. And there we go. They are full green on what's going on here. They appreciate the shelter and the terrain. Plant coverage is good enough for them. There's no enrichment. So the way that you enrich the animals is giving them cute little things to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give them a regular shelter as well. Probably a medium shelter. Somewhere for them to go hide when they just don't want to be seen. They have like anxiety, like straight up. Like you got to make sure that they're happy. And we're going to go ahead and medium might be a little too big. Let's go with a small shelter. Maybe we'll get more buffalo down the line. And then we'll be able to give them a bigger one. So down here, enrichment, they need food enrichment, toy enrichment, and social enrichment. Go to habitat, food and water. I'm assuming they're a large feeding type of group. And we're going to put them actually closer to the glass because the people that watch them would like to watch them eat. I mean, if you go to a zoo, you'd probably want to watch the animals eat as well, right? And then the toys, I really don't know what type of toys they like. Like, what would, if I was a buffalo, what would I like for a toy, right? We don't have any toys, or I don't think we've actually unlocked toys in food enrichment yet. That's what it seems like. It's all kind of climbing stuff for monkeys. So I'm sorry, but unfortunately, we can't really make you happy yet. We need to unlock some new stuff. Let's go ahead and press play and let all their information update. Let them run around a little bit. We're not going to have much for guests quite yet. Welfare is 60%. We're going to go ahead and click this, and we can actually call a keeper to the habitat. That way somebody... Ooh, people are coming in. Look. Hell yeah. What's up, dudes? You like the buffalo? Trying to make sure that the buffalo actually have some food to eat, for goodness gracious. And why'd they put the food over there? Do I not have the right food bowls made or something? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they just go ahead and they threw the food over here. No food enrichment, so we're kind of SOL there. Well, let's go ahead and also, let's slow this down. I'm going to go ahead and create another path here. I don't want it to be as big though, maybe like 6 meters. That's a weird angle. I don't like that at all. There we go. That way people can get to this side as well. And what I kind of want to do is just replace this with brick because we don't want, apparently if people and residents see like these facilities and stuff, they get relatively unhappy. So we got to make sure that they actually see it. And do these guys want like trees or anything? Nutrition is fine. Social, they need more adults in the group. I don't know if I can actually give them more adults. Let's see if there's any adults for sale. Oh, there is. Okay. There's actually a lot more for sale now. This animal is being bought for cash. Boom. And boom. Failed to complete adoption on that one. We do not have enough credits for that, obviously, so kind of annoying, but what can you do? And then we should definitely do a wild dog exhibit as well. But now we have one more wild buffalo, and we can take this one, move it here, and they will deliver it, and ba-boom! We have a third wild buffalo. Now let's see if the buffalo are a bit happier with their social situation. It does seem so. But enrichment's going to have to go up, and I'm assuming, like I said, we're going to have to research that. Let me see if there's actually things to research in the research facility. Research center small, view research center. African buffalo. Ah, yeah, you see, as you learn more about them, it seems like. We can do that. So we threw Chuck Goodman to learn more about the African buffalo to increase all of this different things. And I'm assuming that's going to give us, yeah, see if we get level 2, we're going to learn the toys that the African buffaloes enjoy. And that's going to take a couple of days or a couple hours or whatever it takes. But I'm assuming it'll tell me once the research is done. All right, second of all, let's go ahead and create the dog pen. The dog pen is going to be a little scary. I don't really know what it needs. You're supposed to have specific heights as well. I think we're fine on the height here, but let's check what the height for the dogs are, because dogs can jump. We got to go ahead and adopt one first. There's one dog for sale, and it's just cash, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an issue if there's just one dog, because they're pack animals. But here there's one for 50, no longer available for adoption. Feels bad, man. Somebody else got him. Let's load more. Anybody else up for money? I saw one for 80. Ooh, 80, and it's a gold one. Give it to me, please. Yes, I got it. And let's go ahead and load a bit more. I want to get like 3 or so, hopefully for cash as well. Cash would be the way to go. Doesn't seem like it. This one's 14. There we go. So we're also buying for a certain price, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is actually connected to like the game itself. That'd be super cool. But let's start on this dog habitat. Glass in the front. We're going to make it, actually, like I said, we can actually check real quick. If we go over to our little place right here, Trade Center, open habitat trading. We look at the ones that we have. We can go to the Zoopedia and click on the African wild dog, go to its habitat. And it seems like just a grade 2, no specific height at all. So we're fine there. And what's going on here? Habitat has become invalid. Why is this? I suppose the view from the African buffalo from here is fine. Why has this become invalid? I'm scared. Oh no. Vet research complete. Oh, okay. We go ahead and researched. And what did we learn? We should probably just go ahead and do level 2 as well. Keep it going. I think what actually needs to be done is this might actually need to be taller, which is scary. I'm gonna call a mechanic to it. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe something broke. Why would the habitat become invalid? We only have 83 guests to come see the buffalo. Mechanic coming on over? Is something break? Are we good? Oh, it doesn't seem like any of them really care. We gotta be careful when the inspector arrives. You know what I think it is? I think these two need to be taller. I think they do. Ah, here we go. They need some water. About 40 meters squared. So what we got to do is actually show you another system in this game that's super cool. The sculpting system makes it so we can sculpt regions of the map, and then we go down here and we literally add water. Press play and see if that's enough water for them. Calculating. Boom. Plenty of water now. Vet research is complete, and we've learned even more about the African buffalo. You've discovered 3 items over 1 species. And now I believe if we go into habitat, we can finally have some decent enrichment items that we've learned. We go ahead and throw those down, and let's see if they get a little happier now. Aha! See? Toy enrichment. So these little kettlebells here. We're going to see this guy play with one. You going to play with one? Look at... Oh my god! It's so adorable! Hell yeah, dude. Live it up. Live it up. So as we research more, we're going to unlock more and more of that stuff. And food enrichment is next down the line, which we go into habitat. We go to food enrichment. We don't have it learned yet. So well, let's go ahead and increase the height of this. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be wrong here. And we do that by just bing, 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 bing. And it should go all the way around. Oh, well, that explains that. We're literally missing a part of our fence. How did that happen? Did it just break? Maybe when I place this, it deleted? I'm not entirely sure. They seem pretty much perfectly happy for as close as we can get now. They have a nice watering area, no trees or anything, but maybe they'll want that down the line. This little cute guy's running around with his kettlebell. And let's try the dogs out for size, yeah? Before we place the dogs down, we're gonna have to go and invest a bit more into, maybe is this guy's too stupid to figure it out? Is that what's going on? There we go. We're gonna have to invest in some more employees. I think I'm just gonna do 1 of each, I'm assuming, just to make this a lot easier. You know, as we create a pen, we will give literally a set of employees per pen. How about that? I think that might be the smartest plan. All right, so he's gonna take care of this pen, and let's go ahead and make the move and bring our puppos over. 1 puppo here. 2nd puppo right here. 3rd golden puppo. Move him here as well. Boom. And now all the puppos are gonna start getting dropped off inside. He's running over with puppo. Run, Forrest, run! I want my puppies! Oh, I can't wait for pups. Wild pups 2. Here we go. Wild pup 1, wild pup 2. Oh wow, we're gonna have so many wild pups, guys. They have so much room to run, so much room for activities. Heck yeah. Let's see what they need. Welfare. Animal has moderate welfare. Habitat. Terrain. Okay, so what's wrong with your terrain here? We need more short grass, and we need less long grass. Okay. Terrain. Sometimes it doesn't pop up. Here we go. Short grass. Make this much bigger and just really go to town on short grass. And then they want a bit of soil, a bit of light soil. We can just put a bit of that back here. I'm assuming for laying down in a hot summer day. Dig up some mud, lay on down. No preference for water, and they need hard shelter. Shelter space critically insufficient. We go over to habitat, shelters, and we'll give them a small shelter, which doesn't face there because they do like their privacy. Maybe put it over here in the trees. That looks nice. And here we go. We got level 3 research. Maybe we'll actually be able to do the good food for them. Let's go ahead and throw... How about Elbert Scuggs? You can get working on the African dogs there. And what else is going on here? Enrichment, of course. Dogs need to play, right? Dogs need to play. With some large barrel feeders. Maybe they'll mess with those? I don't think they will. I don't think these are for the pups. Let's go ahead and trash those. These are for large animals, of course. We did just finish the first research of the dogs already. Oh no, that was African buffalo again? We're learning lots about the African buffaloes, no problem. Let's go ahead in here and just get the basics. Basics are down, puppos are in, our population is up to 184 people. One thing that we can also do is increase how expensive this place is, which I might actually do. Can't find accessible research center with space. Okay, so what we need to do is actually go ahead and place down another research center. I didn't know that was going to be an issue, but now we know. Go ahead and do this. We'll just have the research center near where it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? So he's going to turn around now and go to the research center to research more about the dogs. Zookeeper's coming in with food, which he's just throwing on the ground instead of placing in the food bowls. Can I Can I force you to place it in the food bowls instead of just yossing that stuff on the ground? Or are you just going to keep yossing it on the ground? I think I specifically needed to call them. Oh, they're using the bowls now. At least for the water. Low welfare. He's getting better, though. He's got food and hydration now, yeah. So now it just comes down to enrichment and research of the dogs. And this is where we start making some money. And this is where I want to make more money. So I'm going to... Boop, boop, boop. We're going to go up to $12 a head. We'll go cheaper for children. How about that? I don't think that's a bad idea. And what we can also start to do is in the facility section. I'm pretty sure... This just adds a room? Oh, so you can add rooms instead of having to do a whole nother facility. I see. Okay. What is this? Small animal exhibit? Oh, so if you wanted to do like spiders or frogs or something, you could do a small animal exhibit. This is what I needed to do next. Oh yeah, donation boxes. I remember they said to do donation boxes. Make sure that they're in reach of where people are viewing. And that should actually make the zoo more money to be able to rehabilitate. And then we have to get toilets. We got to get shops and raise the prices, and we'll probably do that in this section here and then do more areas for them to view some animals over here. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to see me continue on my journey to make this the coolest zoo to ever exist. I know it's not the regular thing that I do, but it is one of my favorite games of all time, Zoo Tycoon. So coming into this game, I'm extremely excited to see what we can do and how we can take it. And this is just the beta. There's so much more when the full game comes out. If you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description down below. You're all beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one.